ekoso o mai Ghana mu enu nti no mai madwen say me yi wu frim abla chese nneoma ekoso nti ne nyina me pese wo hu de ekoso na wote ewo wasum ne se ne be ya wo kwa bonten a obi ka nso atumi akabi enu nti ne de ekoso o mai Ghana mu no ene de atwegu nyina wo social media abefo ntafidie so nyina yenkotie ne nyina bra na mmom ansa na no mesrew subscribe share like na comment emame.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity. And Mr. Speaker, my colleague has done very well for inviting me to speak about food importation. That is an area I wanted to handle later on. But once you have requested, I will do that immediately. Mr. Speaker, in 2016, we handed over an economy to you under which, in the poultry sector, we were producing 20%. Mr. Speaker, in 2016, Ghana was producing 20% of its total poultry consumption. This is from the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. That in 2016, we produced 20% of our total poultry consumption in Ghana and imported 80%. Today, Abraham, read your own budget, paragraph 402. You have indicated that Ghana's poultry consumption is estimated at 324,047 metric tons. And Ghana is producing just 15%. 50% is 4.6%. So you see what you have done, the damage you have done to the economy. Reducing local production from 20% to 4.6%. You are shrinking the sector. Mr. Speaker,
total collapse.
What is even annoying is this. Resources meant for the poultry sector are sometimes diverted.
Just take notes.
Take notes. I'm saying this.
Take notes.
Resources meant for the poultry sector are sometimes diverted under your watch. Mr. Speaker, I have the Auditor General's report here. This is the report here ended 31st December 2022. And I'm referring to page 18, specifically paragraph 64. Mr. Speaker, when Ghana witnessed the outbreak of the avian flu, it started from 2016 during our time. And then when you assumed office, you complained that we did not pay compensation to the farmers. We said, yes, we were preparing to pay. We lost election and couldn't pay. Immediately, a budget was raised for you to go and pay compensation to the farmers. Minister of Finance released the money. And this is what the Auditor General is saying. Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I read. Paragraph 64, the Ministry of Finance released an amount of 1.9 million Ghana cedis for payment of compensation to farmers affected by the outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza disease from 2015 to 2018. We noted that only 191,730 was paid to 10 farmers, leaving 1.8 million unaccounted for.
What's the money? What's the money?
This is the reason why the sector is collapsing. And then, Abraham, you also talk about. Abraham, you also want more information about food imports. Mr. Speaker, rice importation.
You don't read your own document.
In 2016. In 2016.
You don't read. In 2016. Protect him. You understand me?
In 2016, when we were handing over, Ghana's total import of rice worth $300 million. 2016, Ghana used $300 million to import rice. Mr. Speaker, $300 million at the time was 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. Today, you have reported under paragraph 401 that total rice demand for 2022 was 1.4 million, 1,444,000, and Ghana is doing 685,000, leaving almost 800,000 tons imported, and that one we are spending $560 million, CD equivalent of 6.8 billion Ghana cedis on the importation of rice alone. So you see that you are not getting your agricultural priorities right. You have mismanaged the entire agricultural sector, and that is why every Ghanaian is suffering. Mr. Speaker, what even saddens me is this. You have captured in your budget, specifically paragraph 401, that even pepper Ghana is unable to produce enough pepper to feed our people. And you sit here defending this pepper importers after 6 years of investing 3 billion Ghana cedis in planting for food and jobs. You are importing pepper. Get up and defend it. It's in your own budget. Mr. Speaker, they said that 2022 total pepper consumption in Ghana was 314,000, and they were able to produce 121,000, leaving a gap of 193,000 tons. Mr. Speaker, that means that Ghana imported pepper at a cost of $355 million. And look at your own budget. Your own budget.
The airline has not been laid. So I have no idea what we are debating in this house today. There is nothing before the house. So as you indicated to the minister that we are not yet there, I was of the opinion that you would tell the colleagues on the other side that there's nothing before us. I have no idea what the references are being made.
Were you here from the very beginning?
My understanding is that...
Were you here from the very beginning?
No, I've been here since morning.
Please, can you... You've been here since morning?
I've been here since morning. I've been here from the very beginning, today. I was
so
here
why did you say
when
no?
The prayers were being
if you were
said.
Here, why did you say no?
I have been here all morning. I had no idea what you meant by the very beginning. But I have been here, I was here before you entered the chamber. I was here for prayers. I have been here throughout.
Minister, do you really listen to yourself when you are talking?
Yes, I do. I weigh my words very carefully before I speak.
If you were here from the very beginning before we started, and I asked you, were you here from the very beginning? You said no. Then you continue. And now you are telling me you were here even before I entered.
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
yes,
I've been
so
here
it meant that
before
you are not listening to yourself.
I had no idea what you meant by very beginning. I haven't been here this week. This is my first time I'm appearing in the House this week. I've been here since the beginning of proceedings today. And I do listen to myself very carefully and weigh my words carefully before I speak. You don't think so? You are entitled to your opinion. But I beg to differ.
Honorable Minister, this is not the Ministry of Communications. This is Parliament.
I'm very well aware of that, sir.
Resume your seat. Honorable members, I raised the issue. And I raised the issue because the Honorable Minister for Trade and Industry came to me and presented his case. And I was convinced, but I hadn't heard from the House. So I put it across. There have been a number of attempts to lay the instrument here, and there have been objections. But I didn't know what was happening. So he came to give me his side of the story, and I agreed with him. But before I could permit him to lay the instrument, I wanted to hear from the House. What is the challenge? And that is what occasioned their reaction and submissions. So I had to listen to them to be able to guide the House as to whether to lay the instrument or not to lay the instrument.
And Tiakotia de Akoso, Yadi and Inswakakosh, Yasanso de Aso Ate, and also comments now the Bepano, no de Go Amam, the Waka found beer, for good comment section or Emame, Yebekin kind, and so Amal Kama.